All right, welcome. Today I want to show you some new developments with TInMan AI Builder. We have version 2.1 coming up in the next month or so, but we have a significant new development along with AI Builder 2.1 and its connectivity, and that's AI Builder Live Link. And what that allows us to do is to link directly to systems and their live sensors, whether that be artificial systems on a machine like this flight simulator software, or systems that are external, such as a UAV or robotics or Arduino or anything like that, external systems. But let me just bring that up. This is Live Link, and when you start Live Link, you start out with virtually no tools on the screen, and you drag and drop inputs and outputs components, and they essentially read in live through TCP/IP or UDP the actual live sensor data that you've selected from this external system. Again, we have flight simulation software here. We're actually receiving data directly from this flight simulator software. We can see that streaming actually right here. Let's see if I can pull this up. We'll go to so we have all of this data that's coming in directly to AI Builder Live Link, which is then streaming it directly to TInMan AI Builder. Now, before I press go, which then would open up the gates for the outputs here, let me explain what's happening. So TInMan AI Builder is still the same product as we've had with AI Builder 2.0, but with 2.1 we're going to be able to stream live data into these sensors and then out from these actions and outputs. So what I've done is in about an hour's time developed a set of inputs and outputs and some general logic control to, based on these sensor inputs from this aircraft, make decisions relative to sequence planning and flight operation to take this aircraft here from the deck out to 3,000 feet and level off. And so what I'm going to do is, and to do that, we're going to need to have a piece of software that sits in between that interfaces, and that's what AI Builder Live Link does. And so these controls here that I've added to the screen, they have properties, and you basically point those at sensors that are streaming in live data, and then you have outputs that are taken from the various outputs and actions that TInMan AI Builder is deciding on through its logic and its control structure here, and streamed here and then out directly to that external device. And so without any further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press go here, and at the same time we're going to watch this aircraft. What's happening is that TInMan AI Builder is actually flying this aircraft. I'm not touching a joystick or anything. I'm just going to click start, and it will follow the pattern that has been developed within this logic engine here that, again, I said took about an hour to develop earlier this morning. So let's go ahead and I'm going to press, let's see, we're going to press go here, and you should hear the flaps come down, the engine rev up, thrust increasing. You can watch some of these various gauges here operate. There's one flap, there's two flaps, and my hands are off the joystick. You can see the throttle increasing. Here are the various gauges. We get to about 110 knots, 115 knots. We should lift off, and I'm going to go ahead and use my arrow key so we can get underneath this. At about 115 feet, or 150 feet, we should retract the gear. So that's happening on target here. And if you keep in mind, this is all being decided upon here inside TInMan's AI Builder. And so now we're up to about, we're getting up to about 3,000 feet, and we are, let's see, as soon as we get to about 3,000 feet, we should level off. Let's see, there we are. And we are, 3,600 feet. Our pitch is now near zero, and we're still headed directly where we need to be. Alright, so while that continues to fly a little bit, I'm just going to come back here. It's probably going to get real noisy for us, but we can see that the system is processing quite a bit of data, 200 some odd data transmissions per second being streamed and interfaced from these sensors take one quick look at AI Builder Live Link. It's still receiving data, even though we're paused. That's still being sent over here. I'm going to go ahead and stop this. So these are just individual gauges that we can drag and drop to the screen. We can change their profile, the way that they are perceived. They could be an on-off gauge. They could be vertical, horizontal, or a value-only gauge. We specify a category and an ID. It tells us whether we have a live link to AI Builder and a live link to our external sensor, whether it's local or it's remote. We have some charts here that we can plot, give a minimum and a maximum. And then over here we have the actions, and there are distinct differences. You can add an input or an output window. Actions basically take AI Builder action data out and throw it out to the appropriate mapped command in your external software. And we can start and operate, stop, and simulate and execute step-by-step AI Builder from AI Builder Live Link. And so when you develop a program, this was very rudimentary, by the way. We just simply did some primary flight controls here, taking in real-time data, and we managed to take off, and it was really very straightforward. There was no neural networks here. It was just some of our general logic components and sequencing components. And we're going to add to kind of spice up this demo, we're going to add some general flight management, take it to a certain destination, and then we're actually going to land it as well. So today we showed autonomous takeoff and management by TInMan AI Builder by using Live Link and this external flight simulator software. And we'll just give one last rotation here. I think we flew out of the Seattle airport here with this F-22 demonstration. And so this was a lot of fun, and it's the quickest, most productive way to see the immediate impact of autonomous systems on a simulated system. Now in this case we used some pretty advanced flight simulation software that gives us access to all of its sensors and allows us access to all of its actuators and effectors as well, which is a perfect opportunity to simulate a decision-making system. And to do that back and forth and to replay and to reset was very helpful. Anyway, I'll stop there. Again, this is AI Builder 2.1. We're going to have a professional version that you actually pay for that'll have access to live data in and out. And then AI Builder Live Link will also be made available, and we'll be talking about the pricing for that and the timing in the coming week. But would welcome any feedback or input in the meantime, and because we're real excited about this, and we think this is a significant step up for TInMan Systems. Thank you very much.